Suppose neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before, what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gators will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will go to work first. The Gators grabbed the Dogs and put them in a death roll the last time they met, blowing out Georgia.
Yeah, it was like Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel back playing quarterback for the Gators again. They were throwing it through the air. They were getting it done on the ground as well. Offensively, the Gators last year couldn't be stopped. And Georgia knows in this one this time, they've got to be able to get some stops and get some takeaways.
So just out of curiosity, because I don't know the history, you name those guys, the other quarterbacks that can win. What was your record against Georgia?
We're 3-1. I think I had a QB on TV.
Accidentally tripped and fell in the end zone. But the other guys he named had big games against the Dogs.
They've got the screen set up. There he goes. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know. Versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Gators have their offense in high gear. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Lee takes to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Not the start the offense wanted to have. They had to punt the first time out. Here on the opening play of their second drive, they're going backwards. If they're going to run the football, these big guys up front, they've got to do a better job.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Gator! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was the #1 team you wanted to beat.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the quick game. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Wiley. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off play action, just not quite able to make the connection, it's incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Got it in the middle. It's wide. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. He's looking to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen.
Sprinting away! And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Barber. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these 2 programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these 2 teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. It's at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Gator! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. He lets it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense got him at the 27. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Barber. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. You got to build on this momentum in the second half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lee to throw. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Offense changing the play. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trying to set the tone with the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Lee takes to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
It'll be 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The lone back's got it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quarterback making adjustments. Lee to throw. Gets it to the back. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the 1st down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Florida! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up and go. And they're starting to go and run away from the Dogs.
It's great to be a Florida Gator. The Gators showing off the speed now, running away with this thing in the 2nd half. You're just seeing all the talent that they've been able to recruit down in Gainesville.
Yeah, they've been recruiting talent. You think about Steve Spurrier, had such a great run with Florida as a head coach. They're taking care of business today. They're not making this look like much of a rival.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. This time on target. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Barco. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Makes the grab. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Quick release on the RPO. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Barber. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Gets the back moving. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting the touchdown. Lee takes to the air. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Good right down the boulevard. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Step 1 complete. You cut this to a 1-possession game. But man, oh man, do you need some more things to go your way. Step 2, we're going to have to kick an onside. No timeouts left. Can't waste clock. Got to get a little bit lucky and see if we can get our offense back on the field.